everyone, I'm Celeste and this is Celestial Medicine and your monthly forecast for October 2016. If you would like a private reading, please click the link down below, celestialmedicine.com, and it will take you to my website where you can go ahead and purchase a reading and schedule your appointment, do everything you need to do there, and yeah, that's about it. If you want to watch this video every month, please subscribe. If you like it, click the little thumbs up sign. And now on to our reading. Now I've already gone through and chosen our cards. I've meditated. I've connected to the Akashic records for the month of October. So I don't have to do any of that on camera. But I am going to ask you all to just surround yourself with a layer of white light. I like to imagine just like a tube of white light and sometimes gold. And I do this if I ever am getting a reading myself from someone else, and I say, only the light comes in, only the light goes out. So what energies and messages are meant for me, let those connect. What does not resonate and what is not for my highest good, let it just bounce right off. Because this is a general reading, so I don't want you to think that every single thing I say is meant for you. But I'm connecting to the people out there who take a lot of spiritual responsibility. They choose to respond somehow to the challenges that they're confronted with, and connect to spirit to receive guidance. And we go beyond astrology. We connect to the Akashic records of the month for the souls that are attracted to my messages and my videos. Okay, so the first card that I drew for the month of October is the Page of Cups. This would denote a water sign, male or female, and it's connected to messages of an emotional nature. So people are going to be talking about how they feel. There's going to be a lot of emotional energy going around this month, going on within everyone, within you this month, and they're not always going to be positive emotions. They're going to be mixed emotions that are not necessarily meant to be acted upon. No conclusions are meant to be drawn. But whenever we have emotion, we do have an opportunity to filter out, what feels good and what feels bad, what we want, what we don't want. The message I'm getting for you all for this month, it feels like when you're connecting to some emotions that are negative and you're focused on what you don't want or what doesn't feel good, as soon as you know that that exists, okay, go ahead and now focus on what you do want, right? So instead of marinating in the negative, focus on the positive. Focus on, there may not be something in the moment to connect to that's positive, but instead say, affirm what you desire instead of focusing on what you don't want. I am getting an energy of like heightened sensitivity within other people. So you might encounter people who are having emotional reactions. I know I've already encountered people, and myself included, that have just sort of been rocked emotionally by something that someone else says or does. And remember that if you're feeling a lot of charged emotion, if you're having a very strong emotional reaction to someone or something, it's because you're connecting to some resistance within yourself. And that's why you're feeling so much. When there's no resistance, you are connecting instead to what is best for you, and you're going to go in another direction, or you're going to be clear as to how to navigate where you want to go in relationship to this person or challenging situation. If you're overly emotional about it or really emotional at all, it's not a bad thing, but it means that there's some resistance that has a lot more to do with you than it does anybody else. So that is the primary lesson for the first part of the month. I also get that it's definitely a good time to get your want on, to want things, and to start focusing on what it is that you want, because we just had a new moon, right, in Libra. So if there's a part of your life, especially in the area of love and relationships, or what feels like it needs to be balanced or fair, legal matters, it's a good time to just charge those desires and say, I want to be a fit vessel for the influx of these things in my life. Okay, so now moving on, our next card for the month of October, we have the High Priestess, or here it says the Popus. I just call her like third eye lady. She's like psychic lady. She's mysterious because she's connecting to higher guidance all the time through her third eye and crown chakra. And that higher guidance isn't necessarily swayed by emotion, is not swayed by emotion. I'm getting a message about dreams. You're going to be having some dreams that are very, I want to say your clairvoyance is going to be activated this month. So clear sight. When you have a dream that is just, it's like you're just seeing something go on and you're not having an emotional reaction to it. You're not waking up crying. You're not like in having some kind of fantasy come true in your dreams. Then you're most likely experiencing a vision or a clairvoyant dream, clear seeing dream. If there's a lot of emotion involved, then it's a subconscious thing that's being worked out in your subconscious, and maybe you're clearing something. Or maybe you're experiencing a wish fulfillment dream, or you watched something on TV before going to bed and your subconscious is trying to work out, what you saw in the news. If it's just a vision and there's no emotion attached to it, it's more likely to be something that is a clairvoyant, meaning future seeing thing. Okay. I am also getting, now this can often denote a female, okay, it's like another woman. It's another female in your life. Not man or woman, but definitely woman, that you regard as mysterious. And because you see this person as mysterious, you don't really understand maybe their opinion of you. And you might feel a sense of disconnection and magnetism at the same time. Like, I don't really get you, but I want to. So this could be this could be a friend in your life. This could be someone that you work with, or someone who's new on the scene at work, someone who just shows up to work with you or work around you. And you might just sense an energy between you and this person it's not going to come to the surface how you're going to be connected for quite a while. So you just might not know what your connection is, what this energy is all about, but it's coming. So just, give it time. This is also a card that symbolizes like waiting and time. Sometimes I get this card if I'm, asking about a client's, when things are going to shape up in their future. And I get this card and it's so mysterious, but it's like, it will in time, and they know it will. And that knowing it will is going to bring it about faster. So the more you know that and you believe, the more and the faster it will come. I'm also getting just a card where people are going to not have the clearest understanding and vision about other people around them. Like things might just be mysterious for a little while in the second week of October. And that's because it's just people aren't focused on you, they're focused on themselves. So if you don't feel like you have a read, like, I just don't know if, this person is, if they're happy with my work, or I don't know how he or she feels about me. I just feel like I don't come up with a sense of sure. I don't feel sure about it. It's mainly because that person has been in this mode, right, where they're doing a lot of self-reflection, dealing with some of their own stuff that really isn't about you so much. So don't try to get a clear sense of how other people see you the second part of the month, okay? It's just not about you. Ooh. All right, so yes, this is our next card. The Devil. I think we got this last month too. Now, a lot of times this card is about addictions and overcoming, darkness within your shadow self, and maybe some kind of negative impulses or things that you really need to face and get free of bondage. When we have an addiction, we are definitely in bondage to that impulse, to that shadow side of ourselves. I don't feel that with this card this month. This feels like there are some corrupt energies around you. There are some diabolical people that are actually like trying to thwart you. And they know they're doing it. They feel like they're in bondage themselves. So it's one of these things where, well, like, I'm stuck, so I don't want to be stuck by myself, so I'm going to make you stuck too. So there is a little bit of irresponsible connection or connecting that people could be doing. By irresponsible connecting, it's interesting because what I'm feeling is like when we kind of know that we're trying to, maybe it's like elicit sympathy or have someone see something our way. So there's like slight manipulation going on, just enough manipulation so that you're not alone in your perspective. I'm like, it's a way to sort of not have to deal. It's a way to kind of, skirt the responsibility of dealing with what you've created. And oh gosh, I'm just getting a strong connection with this. And also, if someone is looking for work, there's things going on behind the scenes that are, I keep getting like false advertising. Like you're seeing something that seems like an available project or an available job. So you try to get this job, and then you are like, well, I guess I'm not qualified. I thought I was. Well, it's like the job wasn't even real. That was just a fake listing or something like that. So there's going to be some energies that are just not going to be what they seem this month. And I don't get that you're supposed to resist it too much, but it's going to be coming to light. It's going to be coming to the surface. You have to pick your battles and say, is it my responsibility? Hey, baby. Little doggies here. Is it my responsibility to deal with this? Or is this just something that is it's visible and I'm seeing it, but I don't have to get involved? I would suggest not getting involved and just sort of letting that stuff come to the surface and letting the chips fall where they may, and waiting a little while for, the clouds to part before really going in and being very ambitious this month, especially when it comes to work. This makes sense. Ooh. My baby is kicking me right now. She wants lunch, I think. So this next one, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands is definitely a card that denotes having to have courage and strength in the face of opposition. There are people that are going to oppose you, that it's like, okay, are you in my life just to push my buttons or just to tell me this is that I'm wrong? Or it's challenging. It's a challenging card because I feel like your integrity is going to be challenged a little bit. You're going to have situations where you don't necessarily feel like you should have to defend yourself. But the message I'm getting here is, if you were in integrity, you wouldn't be attracting this challenging situation. If you were walking your talk, if you were thinking and saying and doing everything in alignment, if it was all vibrationally connected, you would not be encountering this situation. So something's off. Look to see if you are not communicating, correctly, or doing what you say you're going to do, or feeling like doing what you say you're going to do, right? So something something is out of vibration when it comes to being integrity with yourself. And so that's why you're attracting the challenge, but the positive thing about this card is that you also get infused with this strength and this strong motivation to be this upstanding individual, this strong, full of honor and integrity person. So this is it's like you decide what side you're on, and you make a point of telling other people and telling yourself, this is who I am, this is who I stand for, this is what I stand for, this is what I believe in, and I am 100%, I'm 100% in alignment with that, and I'm not going to budge, and I believe in myself. And so this is an energy of you might be staring someone down, telling them who you are, in case they just don't quite know. So that's it. That's good. But then you're going to have to completely line up with that. It's going to be that much harder when you have to defend yourself and you have to say, no, this is who I am. Actually, this is what I'm intending, and this is what I want. Then you're going to have to align yourself with what you said. And that's what Spirit does a lot. It kind of will motivate us to say what it is that we think, what it is that we feel, what it is that we want, and then we'll be challenged to be in alignment with that. And so you might be tested shortly afterwards, right? If you say you're so honest, you might be tested to be honest. If you say that you have all kinds of good intentions and motivations, you might come up against something where suddenly you're like, ooh, what is my motivation right now? So just be aware that with this strength comes a challenge, but the courage and the energy to meet that challenge. Wonderful way to end the month. This card, it says force on here, but it's strength. And this card symbolizes spiritual power over the material. And in other terms, that would be like the spiritual power over material or earthly impulses, negative impulses, unhealthy behaviors, thought patterns, impulses, power, strength, spiritual strength over the darkness, the dark side. And it's healthy, right? It's like, when you're loyal to another person, which is loyalty is what I think of when I see the lion, you're focusing your energy on so many positive aspects of that person. It's easy to focus. There are more positive aspects going on than negative ones. So you're really able to build the momentum of positivity, right, in that direction. What I get about this card is that you'll have help. You'll have spiritual help to infuse positivity on whatever you put your focus on. And the positive aspects of people and situations and opportunities will become so apparent that you can feed them, right? You can feed those positive aspects and build in strength. So that there will be an infusion of power, up for grabs. And I am of the belief that let's say all of my viewers are going to be using this power for good. And they will be very supported. If you use the energy, and we're going to be moving into Scorpio, right, towards the end of October. So Scorpio is a powerful sign. And that is going to be a time where we're just going to have a sense of knowing that we can put our weight, over here or over there. If you don't know exactly where to align yourself, wait until I'm getting something about really late October, like around the 26th. Wait until around then because you'll know where to align yourself. And when you know where to align yourself, it's as though all of this positive energy comes in and helps you focus yourself there. We might be having a full moon around that time as well, so that might be why this is such a strong card. Yeah, so that is the energy forecast for your month of October. Now, once again, that was a general reading. If you would like something very specific in very specific areas of your life for just you, please go to my website, celestialmedicine.com, and you can purchase a reading there. I welcome your likes and comments below, and I just hope you all have a wonderful month of October. Thank you so much.